The WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Get up to $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code NBA SGPN. Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of the WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No me, no voice, no guys. Me, really real, villain real, Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. Five letters, one word. Sweet. Did you get the reference, Scott?
I didn't get the reference, but I knew what you were referring to.
Wait, what?
You said 5 letters. I knew what you were. I knew that.
Oh, you knew. Oh, it was going to be sweet. But
I didn't know. I didn't know the reference you were referring to.
Oh man, come on, main event, Jey Uso.
I'm not a wrestling guy. Once again, I know obscure wrestling references. I don't watch.
Yeah, I feel like that's now an obscure wrestling. Okay, so maybe main event Jey Uso is not as big as I thought he was in the non-wrestlers, because people that don't like wrestling know certain aspects of wrestling, but
most of the stuff I know is just general, I'd say, banter without actually following any of the actual wrestling matches. So occasionally I'll know some stuff, but mostly no.
I don't know who Terrell is, but Fate in my plays would have been very, very bad for you last episode because I got a very, very nice sweep in there. Cash, Storm under 80.5. And then, shouts out to the White Tees. She wore it again, and she had another big game. She could have, if they were remotely in the game, she could have went for 40.
She was the only player who showed up for the
only player there. So, good luck fading me, because you would have lost those 2 plays definitely right there. All right, Scott Studio Reichel. Scott, what's going on?
Scotty, beat me up.
Surprise.
Yeah, overall, okay episode for me. Didn't sweep, did hit the lock, though. I had Sykes under the PRA. There was a debate on which number to take, whether it was on Caesars or whatever number you wanted to get. It didn't matter. Like, she no-showed the entire game. Whatever number you got won. For the dog, picked up a loss. But either way, once again, I got to roast the aces. Because I had the parlay. I had the aces with Hamby. Hamby dominated like we thought she would against Liberty. Yeah. Unfortunately, the aces no-showed the entire game. So the plus 281 dog went up in flames. But at least cashed the lock. So Sykes did her part by not doing her part, I guess. But either way, point is nice win for the lock. And we'll try to keep it rolling here for Saturday and Sunday. If you didn't notice, we actually got lines out early. So we decided to do an episode for today and tomorrow. Bit surprised, though, because the Lynx play today and tomorrow. And we have lines on both games, which I didn't see coming. So,
hey, no, but it's like they pick and choose, because they did that earlier with, I think it was the Fever. But there's other days that we're waiting. I don't know. But I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all. I love it. We're here.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Big slate, 5 games. Don't have much time to waste here at this point. One, make sure that you all can listen to every podcast episode on this network for free just by subscribing to the SGPN feed wherever you get your podcast. Yeah, man. I'm still stuck on that. Like, I'm not surprised.
They got buried.
She had more points than the team.
It was a mess.
She had more points. You remember that one video? I can't find it. Somebody please find it and send it to me. That one video of, like, I don't know if he's a soccer coach or he's some type of coach yelling at the team in the locker room, and he slaps every member of the team down the line. Yes, that is her. That was her in the locker room. I don't understand.
They got killed in that game. Props to the Fever, though, for learning how to play defense.
Yeah, it was
unrelated, though, but kind of related. If Caitlin comes back and they give up 90 points in their first game back, I'm going to laugh pretty hard. I'm just being honest here. I'm just going to be honest.
So Carolyn Peck said it. And I guess maybe people didn't like how they worded it, or maybe there's like the social media people just took that part of the conversation and twisted it into something she didn't say. But when she was talking about they're playing better without Caitlin Clark, is that is
I'm
that
not
not
gonna say I'm not gonna say better. It kind of reminds me of the Grizzlies
they're
season when
definitely better defensively.
defensively 100%. It reminds me of the Grizzlies when Ja got hurt that one year, and they kept winning
Mhm,
without Ja. And I was one of the people that actually believed they were playing better without him. I do wonder how much of that is legitimate and how much of that is Ewing theory, where you just step
mhm,
up for a couple games here or there, but long term, you're obviously better with Caitlin Clark.
mhm.
Defensively, though, they've been significantly better. So, regardless of if they're better overall, if Caitlin comes back and they give up 90 points, I will laugh really, really hard. Just throwing that out there,
Yeah,
which I think
yeah.
is
I think it's very much fair. I mean, and then she's not shooting the ball well because she's not like just keep her out as long as you can at this point and let her get completely healthy because I mean
I mean,
you're playing pretty solid ball right now.
we're going to save the Aces conversation for the Sunday slate because we want to talk about them as well. But for the Fever approach, good for them for playing great defense. They bought in. Good for them.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and lead that in. The Fever are at home here, going up against the Los Angeles Sparks. Fever opened up laying 6.5, currently laying 5. 163.5 is the total. Caitlin Clark's not playing in the game, Scott. Anything else? Hold on. Let me get the rest of the injury report here. We have, yeah, that's it. Ray Burrell came back, looked pretty solid in that game against Liberty. I think the Sparks overall looked really, really solid for Liberty until, the second half happened.
Mm. Which is
And
pretty standard procedure for the Sparks.
yeah, like that's nothing new. Like it's literally nothing new. It's not supposed to be surprising. Like this is what the Sparks do. They get out early and then they blow it in the second half. But the issue here is that the Indiana Fever do like to get out early as well.
I'm taking the Fever, right?
Uh Sparks did win the previous matchup 2 games ago, I believe it was. 3 games ago. 2 games ago. Yeah, 2 games ago. It was in Indiana on the 26th, 85-75, same situation, no Caitlin Clark here. And they really couldn't get a stop. Sparks shot 50%.
Yeah.
That was that's when I bet Kelsey Plum's over. She got there at the end of the game. So how much is it that you're looking past a 5-13 team?
I don't know if it's about looking past sort of the fact that, as we mentioned before, I actually like their defense right now. And the Fever, we know, even without Kalen, have found ways to win games against good
Mhm,
teams. I know the Aces are not very good this season. You still beat them by 27 points, which is insane. Then you play the Lynx on the road and for a chance to add a lot of money, and you win by 15 as well. You've allowed less than 60 points in back-to-back games. I don't care who's on your team. That's impressive as hell. That's all I'm going to say. For the
mhm.
Sparks, they're the opposite. They can't guard anybody. They can only win one way. They have to outscore you. Yes, I understand the Sparks just beat this team. That's the only win they've had in the last 2 weeks, basically. I still don't think the Sparks team is any good. So I guess I'm on the Fever. I think I prefer the under in this game because I do trust the new Fever defensive buy-in approach. And the Sparks, I think, might struggle against a kind of a newly found defense that's been thriving lately that I think was not really present in that first meeting. I'll go Fever for some revenge. I think I'll consider the under though, because I do like how the Fever have been playing defense. So yeah, give me the under in this one.
I think it's the pace. I think it's less about defense than the pace. Your defense can be good when you set up in the half court, but if the Sparks are pushing the pace up and down the court, you really don't have a time and opportunity to set that defense. And that's my concern for the Fever here. That the Sparks just decide, hey, let's just play LA basketball and run up and down the court and not give them a chance to set that defense that's playing better. With that being said, I can't trust the Sparks for anything. Uh, and this is just a really short line.
Yeah,
I do think the Sparks are in this game. I won't bet them, but I do think the Sparks are in this game. I think this is more about pace. And the fact is this Fever team wants to go out and run fast, and that's how this Sparks team wants to play. So I think the Sparks are just not going to give them a chance to set the defense. And that's why I'm still on the over, Scott, even though Indiana defensively has been a lot better. I still think that this is going to just up and down, up and down, up and down. A bunch of shots going up at the rim in this one, and you get a treat here on NBA TV seeing this game. So I'm still on the over. I like the over a lot more than I like the Sparks or the Fever in the game. I'm not falling for the propaganda. I think this one's still going over.
Yeah, once again, maybe I'm just buying into the defensive Kool-Aid from the Fever recently, but I can't deny what I'm looking at. You slow the pace down, and the offense might be a bit questionable, but it's been getting by because the defense has been so good. Yeah, I think I'm fine with hoping the Fever drastically kill the pace again, and we'll go from there. So I'm on the under in the Fever, but will I bet them remains to be seen.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Player props. What do we like?
So for the player props, these people mentioning Hamby again. Do you want to go with Hamby? Assuming we have to because Asia just killed this team. I
Um,
mean, for Hamby, you can find the PR available if you want it. Sorry, trying to find it out right now. PR is available at 22 and a half. She's had at least 30 in back-to-back games. Now, against the Fever, she did have 21, so she went under this about a week or two ago. But I do
they stopped
think,
going to her.
yeah, I know. I do think the option is there for Hamby to dominate. And after watching her kill the Liberty, I am tempted by that prop. So I'm going to go with Hamby over under 22 and a half PR. You?
Yeah, no. Also, Indiana Fever last 5 games, despite the improved defense, still giving up ninth in the WNBA in terms of opponents' points in the paint. So, still, like you said, not the best paint defense. Asia's got over, and I mean that's where De'Erica likes to go to work. So, I like a spot there. I think that's pretty good there, Scott. What else is interested in this game? I mean, shut up. Ari, like
Mhm.
Ari, it's Ari. It's always Ari.
I think it was still 10 and a half. I think.
Ari McDonald. Let's see, Ari
10 and a half. Minus
points.
110.
Yeah, points and assists is 14.5. Yeah, just give me the points. 10.5. Oh, yes. Yes. And I love when we're coming off of a game, off of a non-cover. She's been over this in what is this? 5 of her last 6. 10.5. How far can we alt that? I see 14.5. So 14.5 is 3-1. That's a good price point there. She had 14 rather easily. Rather easily in the first game against the Sparks. I wonder if this is the game that she goes off and has a 20 piece.
What do you think? I mean, it is a good spot for revenge purposes if she would dominate the game.
She does give you 20 at least like twice a year. I just want to throw that out for the people. Like she's good for 20 at least twice a year at the very least. And that's
Mhm.
coming off of the bench. She's starting right now. Yeah. What is 20 at? 12-1. Jesus. All right. Well, I mean, I'm always they cut her. They cut her. They cut her. That
Yeah.
doesn't just you don't just get over that in one game. You don't get over that in one game. No. Another R.A. McDonald over 10.5. Scott, we're gonna have to talk about that at the end of the show.
All right.
In some way, shape, or form, R.A. McDonald's gonna get talked about in the show. De'Erica, 10.5 rebounds and assists looks good as well. Let's see. Nah, I don't want to play with her with Lexi Hall today. I think she could get some corner threes up. And is today the day for Kelsey Plum? Do I feel like it?
I really never feel good about betting on Kelsey Plum, so I'm rooting for you.
I hit the assist against the Liberty last game. That
Yeah.
was a very, very nice play.
Well, it was correlated. We thought that if Hamby dominated, you're probably looking at a bunch of assists for Plum.
Oh, dude, and she only had one at half, and I just felt I was like, "Oh, here goes Plum again." I was
Mhm.
literally saying, "I was like, here she goes again. Why do I put myself through this?" She spammed out 5 assists in the third quarter, in a quarter that they were played horrible in. Spammed out 5 assists, Scott.
Yeah.
It was one of the craziest. It was one of the craziest sweats that I've had. Like
I
literally,
got there.
they couldn't get anything going in they couldn't get anything going in the third quarter. And then I look up and I'm like, "Oh shit, she cashed a 6 assists."
Mhm.
Like it was crazy. It was just assist after assist after assist. So, no, I don't think I want to play with one today though. I got her last game. I think I'll take a day off. All right. Anything else here?
No. Think I'm basically set.
All right. Before we get to now, let's just go ahead and go into the next one. We've got my Golden State Valkyrie going up against the Minnesota Lynx. My Valkyries are catching 9.5 on the road here. 156 is the total.
You
And
gotta fix. You gotta fix the name, by the way. It's the Golden State. The win total over already cashed Valkyrie
oh yeah, my Valkyries that already cashed the win total. So
in June.
and I mean we're now free rolling.
Yep.
I'm still double digit wins. Let's go on the way. Uh, Carla Lette still out. Carly Samuelson out for the season. But what's that one player's name that has been playing her minutes? She looks good. How do you pronounce her name, Scott? You know she's got a tennis name. Maria
I'm gonna have to dig into that a bit more.
Clund. You've got it. You know how to pronounce it. I trust that when you see it, you'll know how to
I'm
pronounce
gonna
it.
say, let me just get a quick look at it, and I'll try to get this done.
I feel like, but she's been playing great off the bench. Oh my gosh. Every time I feel like she comes off the bench, it's like a different energy. And I'm like, oh, well, it's crazy they found her to like replace Carly's minutes because the Lynx team just keeps kind of rolling. So, all right, they're laying 9.5. I mean, it's clearly my Valkyries, but this is like the fifth game in a week, by the way, for them.
Yeah, they've been pretty busy. I do want to ask you though, for the sake of this matchup. Um, by the way, trying to get the pronunciation right. Maria Kliendakova.
I'm gonna trust you.
Kliendakova looks
Yeah.
pretty good. Think so?
Look at Louise in the chat hating on my Valkyries. I'm telling you, I mean, they're in every other game. Why do I think just 10 points?
I think on principle, I'm going to trust the Valkyries here, but I don't know if I feel amazing fading a team that's undefeated at home. They got off to a slow start against the Mystics, then they blew the doors off, basically, and they won by 17. I do think, just looking at the matchup itself, are you a bit concerned the Valkyries haven't played in a while? Because on one hand, you have the Lynx who've played a lot recently, because they had, of course, the Commissioner's Cup final. They played a game
Mm-hmm.
after that against the Mystics.
Mm-hmm.
As for the Valkyries, they haven't played since the 29th. Are you concerned at all about a layoff, or no?
No, no. I think it's even better because now they're getting reinforcements. Janelle Salon is back. Xander Lassini is back. The only concern that I have with all these reinforcements coming in, and then we had the emergence of like LA, Shin, like all these other good players, is that
Mhm.
now Natalie has to kind of find a way to mesh all of them together again. And if you told me that was your reasoning for not wanting to take my Valkyries today, I would understand it. I really would. But for me, it doesn't matter. This is a talented team of a bunch of players that nobody wanted, and Natalie Nakase is now turning them into a playoff team. And so it's the rebounding. That's where they're going to kill the Lynx today. The Lynx have struggled on the offensive glass, and this Valkyries team will always get a rebound. They'll put up a shot, it misses, they grab it, it's a second possession, it's probably a three, it goes up and it wins. It's like the most standard, like if you wanted to write a book on basketball, just hey, how should you play team basketball? It's the Valkyries. And I'm so sold. I'm so sold. Plus 9.5, sprinkle plus 375 on the money line. If there was any team to ever knock off Minnesota at home outside of the Fever that just did it, it's the Valkyries. Give me my Valkyries. I believe in them. And of course, Valkyries first half is autoplay. Like you're
Yeah. I
automatically.
see Bill's mentioning that in the chat. I can't turn down
Oh
first
yeah.
half.
Oh dude.
Valkyries.
Valkyries plus 5.5 first half, plus 255 on the money line. For sure. For sure. But then I just need them to hold strong to the end of the game. And you know what? Maybe they won't. Maybe they won't hold strong, but they'll at least cover 9.5.
Regardless of whether they cover or not, it's a great price.
Yeah.
Just looking at the numbers this season, the first half, and the fact the Lynx did a no-show the first quarter against the Mystics, I think it's a lot of points in the first half. So I'm with you there.
To go ahead and put some numbers behind that, the Lynx last 5 games are bottom half of the WNBA in terms of offensive rebound percentage allowed. The Valkyries are third in offensive rebound percentage in that same span.
Okay.
They handle, they get the board, and they always get up a second shot. And again, a lot of the times it's a three and it goes in.
The concern that I run into, though, for the Valkyries as always is, will this offense self-destruct in the fourth quarter against the Lynx defense? It might. It wouldn't shock me. That's been an issue for the Valkyries that I think is the biggest issue for them right now, is the fact that the fourth quarter crunch time offense can still be very, very ugly, and that does make for some decent sweats in the fourth quarter, but that doesn't really impact them in the first half. So I'm with you there, but I think we'd agree on that with the offense, though, that they can definitely improve in that area moving forward.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
So
Especially, but when they get their star, when they get the star player, like Tip is good, but when they get
yeah.
a star player, it's gonna be really scary for people out here, man. Shout out to the Valkyries.
Do you
Uh,
think they actually trade for somebody at the deadline, or are you talking about just off
oh
season?
no, off season. Like
Okay.
off season, they're gonna have to rebuild the team because then you're gonna have two players off the bench
Yeah.
that are poached off, and they might. And once the CBA they get a new CBA going, all the star players are gonna be looking for somewhere to go, and the Valkyries are gonna have money to spend. Like they are going to be a good team for a while, and they're going to be a good team for a while. When they're going to get some type of star, somebody's going to leave from somewhere and say, "Hey, I like what they're doing over there, and I might be able to be the piece that adds them to maybe top 4, top 5 in the league instead of just playoff team."
Yeah, I was just wondering because we both think they need another like go-to scorer,
Yep.
but I was wondering if you thought they'd be aggressive and pursue somebody or no.
No, not right now. Not right
Okay.
now. They play it out for the first year. They're Let's see if we finish above 500 for the season. Let's see if they finish above 500 for the season. It's gonna be somebody that comes in off season. I think so. All right, 156 is the total. I like under.
Me too.
All right.
I think even if the game's somewhat, I'd say, high scoring early,
Mm-hmm.
they might completely unravel in the fourth quarter. This fourth quarter
Liberty.
total. Wait, what about the Liberty?
Oh, the Liberty game. It was
Yeah,
like 100 points in the first quarter, and then
yeah,
it
and the
still
game
went
just
under.
died. Yeah,
Yeah.
the problem is, do I think there's a world where even if you're on pace for an over, the Valkyries and the Lynx combine for even like less than 30 points in the fourth quarter? It's possible. It's possible that the Lynx just shut down this team entirely offensively in the fourth, and this game dies. So I'm on the under.
All right. Let's see here. Play props.
I don't
Phillies.
mind. I thought about Alana rebounds actually in this game.
Really?
Yeah, I
That
did.
I did not think I was going to hear that about from you. Okay, let's hear it.
I just think that if we're talking about the Valkyries potentially dominating the boards, I do think the Lynx are going to have to crash. And with that being the case, that should result in Alana having some chances. It's been up and down lately, but she plays about 30 minutes a game. I thought it was an interesting option for me. I
Mm-hmm.
like the plus money potentially going for 5.5 rebounds. So I kind of just like the price.
Mm-hmm.
Might seem a bit risky, but if we're talking about the Valkyries probably having to dominate the boards in order to win, I do think Alana's going to have to help out combating that. So that's kind of my logic there. But I mean, I'm assuming you're going to mention fee because fee is fee, of course. But
Mm-hmm.
anything else you wanted to mention? Because I wanted to mention Alana just because I thought that it was a pretty good spot for her.
Yeah, Fee's assists been very, very good. Still at 3.5 here.
Somehow, still at 3.5.
She's been over that in 7 of her last 10 games.
Mm-hmm.
4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 1, 6, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it's been a very good prop. just throwing that out there. Somebody said Courtney Williams RA. Do like the RA. She cashed it for me last game too. All right. Let's
I'm
see.
I'm looking at Hayes' points potentially, but the Lynx are really good against guards. But her points are at 10.5. She's had at least 11 and 5 straight, 7 of the last 10. It's
Mm-hmm.
minus 130. I don't mind that for Hayes at 10.5, but I am aware the Lynx can easily clamp. So,
W's in the chat. W's in the chat. Joe said that he likes Smith Sports too.
okay.
Oh, but she always kills him. So you gotta hey, take that with a grain of salt. He likes it too, but she always kills him.
Fair enough. Welcome aboard. More the merrier.
All right, let's see here. Anybody else that I'm? Oh man, I would love to just go ahead and play Janelle Salon again, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna give her. I'm gonna give her a game, and then we're gonna roll back the Janelle Salon over 9.5 train. But 9.5 just feels very, very short.
It does.
All right,
She's been good. She's been good to us though.
and maybe I'll play Tip. I might play Tip.
I just thought 10.5 looked pretty short.
What's Tip's number at? 11.5?
I
Really?
saw 10. I saw 10.5.
What? Really?
Yeah, I saw 10.5 out there on
Am I?
BetMGM.
I'm confused.
Well, the Lynx defensively are elite against guards. That's the argument, but she's still been very, very good. So 10.5 just feels like low hanging fruit.
You feel me? Like even in a bad game,
Oh no, she could walk into 12. Like it's
Kelsey
definitely
Mitchell.
possible.
Kelsey Mitchell had 12 in a bad game.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Tip over 11.5. That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
If I fall for it, fine. But she can go 4 for 12 and have 12 points.
Get to the line a couple times. Yeah.
I wish they would show lines on Jessica Shepard, man.
Yeah, I didn't see any lines on Shepard either.
Oh, dude. She's gonna finish. I bet you she's gonna finish with like 7 and 7, like 10 and 7, something like that. They're gonna have to play her a lot.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's it there. Good for Saturday. Anything else?
No, not really. Think we kind of covered it.
All right. Circa Million and Circa Survivor. Do you think you know ball? Well, then you have to enter Circa's football contest with $21 million in guaranteed prizes. No rakes. So if the entries go above the guarantee, all that extra money goes right back into the prize pool. So head over there. You can play Circa Millions, where you pick 5 teams in the NFL ATS each week, or get the ultimate sweat in Circa Survivor. You must register in person at Circa Sportsbook in Nevada. Why did that get me, Scott? You must register in person at the sportsbook in Circa in Las Vegas. So take a free trip to Vegas, go register, get you a proxy. You can go get that proxy. We have a code at footballcontest.com. Use that promo code SGP. You'll get $50 off of that proxy, footballcontest.com. And use that promo code SGP. You'll get $50 off your proxy. And again, sign up in Nevada and you can play from anywhere. We also have mybookie.ag, your place to bet every single sport, including WNBA, the MLB, golf. Get your college football futures, get your NFL futures. You can do all of that at mybookie.ag. We accept customers from a whole bunch of different locations. So easy deposit and get lightning fast payouts using cryptocurrency. Head over to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN, 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. That's mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. All right. We're on a Sunday. Oh, early game. 1 p.m. on the. Hey, speaking of early game, Scott, you know what next week is?
What is next week?
Camp week.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. Next week.
I didn't realize.
Mystics Camp Day is on Tuesday, 11 a.m. It's going to be an early morning. I'm going. It's going to be an early morning.
I forgot how many different teams at Camp Day.
Everybody.
I know, but I'm saying like there were 2 that jumped out last year. It was the Mystics and the Sky, I think, were the ones that jumped out last year. The Wings maybe had one.
Everybody. Yeah, everybody has
I know
one.
they all do, but I'm saying like I remember we like made some jokes about how bad certain teams were and how the like kids were forced to wake up early to watch them play.
Forced
I
to
think
wake
that
up
was
early
I
and
think that
go
was
watch the Connecticut Sun play this year.
I think it was the Wings last year. It's like, yeah, they got to wake up. It's like those poor kids. Like, yeah, something like
Oh
that.
yeah, imagine waking up and having to go see that. Who was really really bad last year?
It was the Wings.
Yeah, yeah, having to wake up and go see the Wings.
I know we made jokes about that last year,
Oh
but
well, now it's the. I wonder who does the Sun play for Camp Day? Let me see.
I'm not even sure.
Seattle.
That's not going to be fun.
Now that's not going to be fun for Seattle.
Decent for the fans, though.
That is a early game for the Storm.
Well, this is an early game for the Storm.
Well, no, but that is a early game.
Yeah,
That is
very.
what is that? That's what's that? Oh, math in public. Fuck. 8 a.m. 8 a.m. West Coast time playing a game.
Well, they're going to be traveling probably a day or two early, so they'll be adjusted, but it's still
Well,
not
they're on
great.
the. I mean, they're on the West Coast. I mean, they're on the East Coast right now. We're
Yeah.
about to talk about the game where the Seattle Storm are playing the New York Liberty in New York. Liberty laying 5.5. 166.5 is total. We have, let's see, injury report, and it says still no Jocko Jones. Nothing to report for the Seattle Storm either.
It is a pretty weird spot in terms of time for the Storm on the East Coast. Does that factor into any type of the handicap for you or not at all?
So are we just saying that so they've been here since they played the Dream on the 3rd. So they've been here since at least the 3rd.
So it probably shouldn't be a factor, but still for their sake, it's a weird
Oh
start
no.
time. It's
Oh
a
no.
weird start time
It's
though.
early. Yeah, it's an early game regardless. Like they're getting up. Yeah, it's an early game.
Even if you're already on the East Coast, if you're so accustomed to playing night games and now you're waking up immediately going to shoot around and playing a game, it is a pretty weird spot in terms of routine.
But with the Liberty, I mean, they only beat.
The Sparks by 10 and struggled the entire game.
And then they barely beat my Valkyries.
Yeah.
And although I'm high on my Valkyries, there's a significant tier gap between the two.
I'm still sad the Valkyries didn't cash that like 3-1 money line ticket, 4-1.
They
They
lost
had
out.
chances.
They lost to the Dream. They lost to the Mercury.
Yeah. But I'm going to ask you though, the Storm do have a ton of size. Is that a serious problem for the Liberty? Probably. So are we just picking NECA and Ezzy to dominate the game? Because
Yeah,
Ezzy we
because
know she can be very passive at times, but it's a great matchup for her too.
yeah, especially if they're not guarding the pick and roll, and Ezzy
Yeah.
just gets free rolls to the rim. And the rebounding is always the issue for the Liberty. It's been their issue all season.
So I think it's really tough for me.
I mean, just give me the Storm plus the points. I'm actually kind of. I don't know why the line has gone up a point. I can't imagine who's out there betting the Liberty right now.
Well, they did beat the Sparks by 10, so some people might have seen them score 90 plus points and said, "All right, they're back to normal."
It was because the Sparks just did walk out of the building in the half. Walk back in
I'm not
the
saying they
half.
are back to normal.
Yeah,
You're saying I can't imagine people doing it. I think they're
yeah,
overreacting to one game against the Sparks.
yeah.
But
I think we're still on Storm here, man.
I think I am too. Maybe if you want to go for an angle, you can go for the Liberty first half and try to bank on the Storm sleepwalking. But over a full 40 minutes, I think the size can be a problem for the Liberty to deal with.
Storm are not a good first half team.
No,
It's
that's why I
7 and
said Liberty
10,
first half.
7, 10, and 1 in over the course of the season.
hmm
2 and 3 in the last 5 games. Liberty are 1 and 4 in the first half of the last 5 games, but that's because they don't have anybody.
hmm
I Yeah, I can't get behind the Liberty. I can't.
I could. I'm just not going to.
And they still gave up a lot of points. A lot. Yeah, no, I'm good.
I'm
Give me
saying
the Storm.
can't's a pretty strong word. Like I can definitely do it. I could see it, but I'm just not going to pick it. But I don't mind the Liberty early. If you want to go Liberty first quarter, I see Drip mentioning that I can like. You fade the West Coast team with an early start time. I don't mind that angle. Liberty first quarter, they jump them, then regress as the game goes on.
Yeah,
I can see that.
and the Storm coming off of a game winner in the last 3 seconds of the game. Shout out
Yeah.
to Skyler. Okay. Yeah, I'm on Seattle. Seattle plus 5.5. Sprinkle on plus 190 on the money line is really, really tempting here. All right. Total over.
I don't know. Part of me is thinking about the under.
Really? I would like to hear it.
A part of me is. It's mostly just wondering if I think the Storm defense can actually buckle down here.
I don't think they
Th-
Liberty
I was going to say, they haven't really been that great defensively. Yeah, it probably isn't over.
and I think the Liberty are going to do everything they can to have at least a good offensive game.
Yeah. They're gonna run because they're gonna have Ezzy and NECA on the court together. So they're gonna try to make everybody run. I think it is the over if I had to guess.
Last 5 games, Storm giving up 83.4 points per game. That's 8th in the WNBA. Liberty giving up 88.4. That
Mm.
is 11th. Jesus Christ, Liberty. 88.4 the last 5.
Yeah, I think that's the argument. I was thinking maybe if I wanted to go for a team total over on Seattle,
Mhm.
and I would ignore the Storm defense entirely. That's an option. I could consider that, but I think the Storm should get theirs.
I love the over more than I love the Storm. If
Okay.
any do with that information, whoever chat, do with that information as you will. I like the over more than I like the Storm.
All
All
right.
right, player props.
Well, we mentioned Ezzy before, so you just want to go with Ezzy rebounds?
No, that's not even where I want to start, man. We got to start with our girl, man.
I thought that was a given, so I skipped over Gabby because we know we're always taking her PRA.
Oh, man. It's so many people. I forget how many players that were behind. It's so many people. That is not the person I was talking with, but yes, that is our girl. I was talking about Sabrina
Oh,
because Sabrina caught fire in the end of that Sparks game, but I think people are forgetting how bad she looked prior to it,
I think she
and
was 1 of
also in the
10 to start
games.
that game.
It was really, really bad. And like I I think people are gonna go back and they're gonna see the 20 points and like, oh, Sabrina's back. But it's like she really just caught fire in that second, like really third quarter. She caught fire. She couldn't miss. She couldn't miss at that point. But like she looked really, really like it's gotta be the injury. It's gotta be the injury.
Yeah, I just assumed you meant Gabby when you said our girl.
Oh
So
yeah,
my
no,
bad.
no, no, no. I did. As soon as you said it, I was like, you know what? He's right. That is our girl. He is right. I should have been specific.
Hmm.
But be weary of Sabrina points props today. That's all I'll say. I'm not 100% certain that she's back right, and she really really started that game bad. And I was just sitting there watching her in the second half go over her points prop. Like, see, they're gonna make it seem like she had a great full game, and it was really just some like a stretch she just couldn't miss.
I'm pretty
So
sure she was 1 of 10 to start the game.
yeah,
I think.
it was something like that. It felt bad, and I was literally sitting there like, "Oh, Sabrina, here we go again. Like, you're
Yep.
really not." And then I was like, "Oh, well, you shut me up in the second half." But it's like, I don't think that's back. I don't think that's back all the way. And I say that because Sabrina's been over her points prop in, I think, her last 3 games against Seattle,
Yeah.
which makes sense. Oregon, love all that, blah blah blah. It's been, yeah, she's at 20, 25, and 17 in her last 3, and she's at 18 and a half right now. I would be wary of that. I don't think Serena's to play today.
Yeah, segueing into Gabby, her PRA is at 21.5. You can find 22.5 if you want to. I like the over anyway. Bit juicy at minus 132, but she has had at least 28, or she had 28 in the first meeting of the season, at least 26 in each of the last 2 meetings. She has gone over in 7 of the last 10,
Hmm.
14 of the last 20. She's a monster. Give me Gabby over the PRA.
Yeah, so good, so good. I mean, yeah, nothing to talk about there. Skylar's assists. The point guards have been doing very good, very, very good against the Liberty recently in terms of the assists. You had Plum, who got 8, finished with 8 that last game. You had 8 from Jordan Canada the game before that. You had 10, Veronica Burton. Skylar had 6 in her previous game. They've taken advantage of the fact that the Liberty don't have an inside presence at all. Again, the New York Liberty are dead last in opponents' points in the paint. So NECA, who is a top 10 player in terms of player points in the paint scoring over the season, where is she at? I think she's 6. So NECA is going to be a play here. NECA's points over, Skylar assists, probably could parlay those two together. It just seems very correlated. A lot of 2-man with NECA and Skylar here.
Yep.
All right. I feel props rich in this game. Like, I haven't even gotten to not Sabrina, but to Stewie yet.
Yeah.
Like, I feel very, very rich in the props here, but Stewie's been very good, especially with no Jonquel Jones either.
I feel the same way.
It's been over 20 and a half in 6 of her last 10 here. And of course, Stewie's going to look for a reason to try to get over her points prop against the Seattle Storm. So add another one to the card that I like. What else?
Did you want anything for Diggins or no?
Yes, the assists.
Okay.
Play the assists. Play that in tandem with NECA. I need to do some more digging into her assist numbers too. But I like the assist over 5.5.
Thought about
Oh,
throwing it. I thought about throwing in Wheeler as well at 11.5 points. She's been very
okay.
good lately. She's had at least 13 points in 5 of the last 7. So maybe that's an option as well at 11.5.
All right. I like it. Let's see here. Anything else in this one?
I think I covered everything for me.
All right. Before we get to the last 2 games on the slate, got to talk to the people about Underdog Fantasy. Best ball season, Scott. NFL's right around the corner. You know what I hate?
What?
Sorry to interrupt the Underdog read. Sorry, Underdog. I hate because I think Sean's doing it where it's like only 10 Sundays until football season. That doesn't make me feel like it's closer.
No, not at all.
Not at all. Because I'm like, wait, that
It's
feels like a long time.
like 2.5, 3 months, give or take.
Yo, like that's a long time. And it's like only 10. And I'm like, what? That's what is 52 weeks. So it's like 1/5 of the year.
Yeah, the NBA season's like 10 months away. No, just kidding. NBA season starts in September. You know what I'm trying to say, though.
No,
It's
but
like
yeah.
you go by
Like
months. It's just like, all right, what are we doing here?
I don't like it, but hey, there you guys go. You got like some 10 to 9 weeks to just go ahead and keep drafting your best ball team. So make sure you go
I
do it.
meant to say the NBA Finals. The NBA Finals is like 10 months away. That's what I
Yeah,
meant.
yeah.
My bad.
$15 million in prizes, including $2 million to me and Scott in first place, and then everybody else in second. No waiver wires, no arguments about trades, just best ball. So head over there to Underdog Fantasy and also stick around. We'll do an Underdog pick entry at the end of the show. NBA SGPN, claim your special pick and first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits. Make sure you use that promo code at underdogfantasy.com. Promo code NBA SGPN. We are also brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm has dropped their WNBA props, Scott, and they have power trends, the AI detected patterns that just pick out when Rhythm has consistently won and has a high ROI. And look, let's go over there and let's dig in to the power trends and see what Rhythm has cooking up on the sheet today for the WNBA. All right. Let's see. Let's get a game that we talked about here. Ooh, Scott. Scott, did you know this?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did know
Oh,
this. Yeah, I did know.
wait, did you actually know?
Yeah, Adam told me. Yeah.
What am I talking about?
It's a lot of rebounds. 5 100%.
I know because I thought we just talked about a bunch of props. Like, no way Scott remembers what I
No, I
talked
know.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. A lot of Smith rebounds is a power trend for Rhythm over 5.5 plus 110. So, all right, now I gotta play the Alana card. I gotta play it now.
I had inside information.
Oh, okay. I was sitting there. I'm like, dang, did he know? Like, does he
Yeah.
know? What do you mean you know? How did you read my mind? But it sounds right. Adam, shout out to Adam. He's definitely locked into the power trends and the WNBA. Shout out to Whoopi. His model, power trends, updated daily and exclusive to Rhythm. Go over there, get them in the Rhythm app. Get your 7-day free trial by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHM. All right, 2 more games left. We've got the Las Vegas Aces on the road going to play the Connecticut Sun. Aces are laying 16. 158 is the total.
I understand it, but I hate it. That's all I have to say. I understand the line, but I hate the line.
I mean,
What am I supposed to say?
this
The
is
Sun are the
this.
Sun are a fake team.
I think that the Sun just come around at the perfect time in the schedule for this team.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like every single time, they just come around at literally the perfect time in the schedule. Like, yes,
Oh, we just embarrassed ourselves against the Fever.
Connecticut,
Sure, Connecticut. We'll win by 30. All right.
Connecticut, yes. What was it? Was it lost to the Mystics?
Yeah.
Yes, Connecticut. Here's Connecticut. Lose to the Liberty? Yes, Connecticut. Like the Connecticut Sun just pop up at the perfect time of the schedule for them every single time. Every single time. All right. I mean, yeah, fine. Aces minus 16.
I'm on the same page as you, but I'm not going to bet this.
No.
I have no faith in the Aces, but I can't take the Sun. This team's terrible. Mabry's still out. Supposed to come back sometime next week, so maybe she'll provide a spark or something for the team in the short term. But yeah, this team sucks. I got nothing else to add.
Fun fact: Las Vegas Aces have covered 6 games this season. 2 of them were the Aces laying 14 against the Sun, and the Aces laying 19 against the Sun.
Yeah, sounds right.
Like, I don't even want to recommend it, but like, I mean, come on.
I can't take the Sun. I just can't do it.
Sun have not covered 3 of the last 4 games, and they caught a really big line in every single game. Ah, dude, it's so bad. All right, moving on. 158.
Let me just quickly get a reminder of how the previous meetings went this season.
59 and 62 points in both of the 2 games.
Do you know how bad you have to be to score less than 63 points in 2 games against the Aces? That is so bad.
Unfortunately, it's not a toilet bowl because the Aces are 8 and 9. But like,
Yeah.
I understand why you feel like it's a toilet bowl, and then you can't lay double digits in a toilet bowl. Like, it's not a toilet bowl game if one team's laying double digits. This is horrible. All right, player props. I don't want to talk about this. Aces. I mean, good luck with the under in the Aces. And I mean, I get it. 59 and 62 points. I really get it. But Connecticut is really bad.
Yep.
Aces team. I don't even want to say Aces teams all over, honestly.
I think I'll just go with the under in the game. Not going to bet it, but each of the first 2 meetings will end below 150. I think 157.5 is just too high. I'm not going to bet it, but based on the previous meetings, that number does feel pretty high.
Yep, I'm just really not interested in betting any Connecticut Sun game, honestly.
Yep. Same here.
I'm really not. All right. Well, I mean, she wouldn't dare waste a white T-shirt on the Sun, would she?
I don't know. She might. There's a chance she has one of those games where she just says, "I'm going for 40." Just get the hell out of my way.
Honestly, this might be the game where everybody else say, "My bad for what I did in Indiana." But this is Connecticut. This is Connecticut. So we got you this time. I'm not gonna lie. I laugh my ass off if Asia didn't do nothing in this game and everybody else had a good game because they was playing Connecticut.
I think there's 2 ways to go about it. Either one is that the teammates show up, or B, Asia says, if I just did this against the Fever, give me the damn ball. Like, all of you suck. Give me the ball. I'm dropping 35.
I think it's the latter or the former. Yeah, the former.
Yeah.
Give me everybody else, like Jackie. Okay, Jackie over 15.5. That's somebody that I trust. Jackie Young can go out there and get 16 against the Connecticut Sun. I just don't like how they use Jewel. I have not been interested in betting Jewel this season. And
no, because I don't think Becky knows what she's doing.
There was one time, like it was multiple times, but there was one time in particular where Jewel got the ball, and it was her and Asia working the 2-man. Jewel got the ball, didn't even look at the rim, immediately passed back to her.
Yeah.
Immediately passed back to her. I said, "Oh my God. Oh my gosh." She didn't even look to try. Like, if she just jacked up a shot, I would have been happy because at least she's looking at the rim and saying, "I'm gonna go out and try." She didn't even try. I can't bet right now.
I'm under the belief that certain coaches excel only when they have super talent. Becky's starting to put herself in that category. Because I've seen nothing from her this entire season, showing me that she's an elite head coach.
Yeah.
It is possible that just based on the team that Mark Davis basically assembled, they just had a dream team and she just had the keys. I don't think she's done anything this entire season. Is that a fair statement? Because she's been linked to NBA jobs in the past. She won a summer league title, and you're like, oh, she actually might be an elite coach. I don't know, but I'll put it this way: she has not looked like one this entire season. She's been really bad this season, actually. Because this team, no matter how badly the pieces fit, you could argue with Jewel and Asia, etc., they can't be this bad. Mm-hmm. Like, being below 500, 17 games in, I'm blaming the coach. You got to get some responsibility. So that's my thoughts on Becky. Power ranking wise, she's drastically falling down the power rankings. It's been
Because
a mess.
without Natalie Nakase, it looks real scary right now,
It looks
man.
really bad.
Yeah, give me Jackie Young. I like Jackie Young to go over.
All
I'll
right.
take that one. Anything else? I mean, this can be ugly. Yeah, I wouldn't have much on this game either. Sorry.
Yep. Pass.
Chicago Sky catching Minnesota on the second leg of a back-to-back here. Again, Minnesota's schedule's been really, really really crazy recently. It's
Do you
just
know how bad you have to be to get 14.5 against a team on a back to back? That's insane.
I mean, well, clearly they're not that bad because the line is now 9.5. So
Oh,
everybody's bought in.
it was 14 now? Okay.
It's
I could have
9.5.
sworn when I wrote it down it said 14.5. It got
It's
moved down to 9?
yeah, it's at
Okay.
9.5 now. And so, and I don't think it was there's no injury report. It's just got bet down to 9.5 because everybody realized, yeah, that's kind of wild. It's a lot of points. 160 is the total. So I'm gonna assume that they struggled with the Valkyries for majority of that game.
Okay. Do you think they potentially sit people in this game?
I wouldn't be surprised, especially if somebody's like ailing with something. I would not be surprised. It seems like something Cheryl would do.
They played a bunch of games. Commissioner's Cup, you got a game again on Saturday, you play again on Sunday. You might see a C squad.
Yeah,
I mean, if they lose to the Valkyries, I'm sure they'll play everyone. But if they beat the Valkyries here, they might actually potentially sit some people.
and
So something to keep in mind.
you got Camilla still out overseas playing ball. Okay, so there is a 14.5 still on ESPN bet. I'm sorry, 14.5 points is too much.
But I checked the ESPN bet; it doesn't exist. So ESPN's just lying to me. That's why I thought it was 14.5. It's just
Oh,
not.
yeah, no, that's just a
So
liar.
it's made up.
All right, cool. So it's 9.5.
Yep.
9.5 is still low key a lot. I mean, come on. I'm just gonna say that they're gonna run out of dead legs. It's probably not gonna be pretty. It's probably not gonna be ugly. They're probably still gonna win the game, but a 8-point win, 9-point win, second leg of a back to back, you're happy with that.
I see somebody saying they still see 14.5 on Fanatics. I don't have Fanatics, but I'll take your
Let's
word for it.
let's.
If it's 14.5, I'm taking the points. 9.5, you have a discussion. 14.5 on principle, I can't lay that with a team on a back to back. That just can't happen.
Mm.
So it's Sky for the 14.5.
It is
Pushing
14 and a half. It is 14 and a half. It's 14.
okay.
14 and a half is crazy.
14.5 is blindly taking the Sky on principle.
Yeah.
Then the 9.5's a discussion.
Yeah, it's at 14 and a half.
Yeah. So plus the 14.5 for the Sky. For the 9.5, do you want to take the Sky anyway?
Yeah, if you tell me, I mean, if you tell me it's 9.5, I probably won't bet it, but like at 14 and a half, I'm not gonna lie, I might actually bet that.
14.5 on principle, I think it's a
And
Sky.
and at
Sky
least if
play.
I bet it, I know that where a firm line in the sand is with the Sky.
Yeah.
And that's the fact that you can never take them. And you just when they win, you just let them win. But like if they don't cover 14 and a half points against the Lynx on the second leg of a back to back after playing this many games, like and you had preparation. When's the last time the Sky played a game? They haven't played a game
Let
all
me
month.
check.
They haven't played a game all month.
It's been a long, long time.
The 29th, June 29th. Yeah. So if you don't cover, I'll bet them. I'll actually mess around and bet the Sky for that game, honestly, because if they don't cover it, I have a firm line in the stand, a line in the sand, and it's just the fact that I can never bet the Sky going forward. I
Yeah, you
just
either make $100, or you officially write off a team to bet on in the league.
perfect,
So there you
perfect.
go.
All right, 160.
I'll go under for the back to back for the Lynx, but I don't feel great about it anyway.
But I do remember it. I don't know if it's been like that this year. I have to go look into this year's stats. But overs on the second legs of back to backs were really good back when like there was still 36 games.
Mhm.
And so I don't know about that one.
Okay. It's fine.
Because that's just I always had in my mind early on betting WNBA second leg of a back to back just go over. So I have to look into that one. I gotta look into that one. I gotta see what teams have been doing on the second leg of back to backs to the total this season. So pause there for me on the total, but slight tilt to the over.
Okay.
All right. Do we have player props?
I imagine if we do, it's only going to be
No.
Chicago.
Yep. Where's the me bounds at? 13 and a half. It's getting hot. It's getting back up there to that number that you just don't bet it at, Scott.
As it should be. I called out Reese earlier in the year for not rebounding as intensely as last year, and she's had 16 rebounds in 4 straight. We made a lot of money backing her rebounds the last week or two, so I'm happy
Oh,
about it.
I think we both at different times took them at an adjusted line and hit both of them.
Yeah, I took it. I forgot who they were against. I think she had 17 in that game. I'm trying to
Whoops. My
remember
bad.
who she was against. Sparks. It was against the Sparks. She had 17. So
Jesus Christ. All right. I got to figure out. I wish I had. There's something I'm missing. I want to know exactly when it was 13 and a half, what she's done when the line got
for reference, by the way, 2 meetings against the Lynx last year, or the last two, 16 and 19. So yeah, I'll go to the over again on 13 and a half rebounds. That's what she does. She prides
that.
herself on rebounds.
I do like it.
Yeah. I'm not going to turn it down. She's been a monster again, thankfully. It's amazing what happens when Cardoso is not taking up space in the paint. Suddenly, you just have so much more room to grab rebounds.
And then I get the only other player they have listed is Ariel.
Yeah, I have no interest.
Yeah, I don't want anything to do that either. All right. That's it.
Yep.
Lock, dog, underdog. Lock. I got 2 days of games to work with here. What do I feel really good about? I like the Sparks and the Fever to go over. I do like the over in that Seattle and Liberty game as well. It's probably between one of those two. I'm not gonna jinx my lock with the Sky. Or should I?
It's up to you.
No, I'm not gonna jinx my lock with the Sky.
You've acknowledged the jinx, so I don't think you can do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Once you acknowledge its presence, you kind of have
yeah.
to avoid it.
Yeah. Okay. So we're not gonna do that. All right. Over Seattle, Liberty, 166 and a half. Dog. Nah, I'm not gonna cheat and give you my Valkyries money line again. I'm not gonna cheat.
I'll allow it if you want to.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I can come up with another plus money play for a dog here. Wow. Dang, I really do like Seattle. Seattle's really tempting as a dog. We'll just stick into Seattle. Oh, should I double up in Seattle? It's a big. We got 5 games. I shouldn't double up in one game, but I really do think NECA is going to have a game. I don't want to double up. All right, back over to the Valkyries. Give me the Valkyries plus 9.5, and I will parlay it. Oh, do I want to fade them both games? It's a lot of games that Minnesota is playing. You can't parlay that though. You can't parlay that though. They won't let you. No, they won't let you. Yeah. All right. I figured you can't parlay that. Yeah. Okay. All right. So no, scratch that. So this is how we'll do that. I will take the Valkyries plus 14.5. I mean, no, Sky plus 14.5, and I will parlay it with the over, the other play that I said I liked, and that will be the dog.
All right.
So I have a lot of coverage here. Okay. Yep, I like that. I have a lot of coverage here. So one more time, Seattle Storm, New York Liberty over 166.5 for the lock. And for the dog is going to be Sparks Fever over 163 and Chicago Sky plus 14.5. And that way I feel a lot better about betting the sky if it's a part of a parlay.
Yeah, so for my lock, give me the Gabby over PRA. It's down to 21.5 again. I'm going to take it. She has gone over in 14 of the last 20. She has had at least 26 and 2 straight against the Liberty. Liberty can rebound, and Gabby, we know, is constantly involved in the offense in a bunch of different ways. Give me Gabby over 21.5 PRA as my lock. For my dog, I'm going to go with the Sky, actually. I see a 15.5 on FanDuel. So give me the 15.5 on the Sky plus the me bounds 14. So once again, Angel Reese over 13.5 rebounds parlayed with the Sky plus 15.5 plus 186.
All right. Bear Commander. I don't know what's your. I posted a fast break bets show. I didn't post one. I swear I posted one. Yeah. No, I definitely posted it. There was no games on Friday, so I mean, I didn't have episode. No, yeah, I did it. I did that. Go double check. Double check that for me. If it's not posted, send me a DM because that's supposed to be up. Wait, Scott, can you say that one more time for me?
What?
Your lock and dog.
So my lock was the Gabby over 21.5 PRA.
Okay.
And my dog is the Angel Reese over 13.5 rebounds with the Sky plus 15.5 on FanDuel.
Oh, what? Why?
You got to shop your
I
lines,
thought
man.
that's what you said. No, you double. We're gonna double dog the Sky.
Well, I have the Reese attached to it, but yes.
This isn't gonna be good.
Deal with it. We'll reevaluate. We'll see what happens.
This isn't gonna be good.
It's too big of a line. It's not my fault.
You make me want to change my dog.
We've already locked in our answers. So,
all right. If we lose, clip this. This is why we lost. It's because we both put them as the dog.
That's fine.
No, but then it's gonna ruin. This is gonna ruin my plan of giving up on the Sky entirely. Because now this is gonna sit in the back of my mind. Oh, we did.
Then apologies. You made about $100+ bucks, $200 in order to continue betting the Sky. It's not a bad alternative, to be honest.
All right. I hope everybody hears the concern I have now that we double dog the Sky. Underdog. Speaking of dogs, Scott, I have a 60% boost that's ready to go.
Okay. So you want to do Gabby? You want to do Gabby again or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Put Gabby in there.
Or do we want to go? Or do we want to go with like Skylar or NECA? Because we can spread. Like it's going to be a lot of points scored that way.
No, I think I want to go with Gabby because she can do it in a bunch of different ways. She could have a 15-point game. She could have a 10 rebound game.
It is 0.92.
That's not that bad.
Okay. Gabby, higher, 21.5 PRA. Who else? We can no. We can't. Fees assists still very good. Tip. 11.5 higher. And I mean,
Airy?
Oh yes, thank you. I almost forgot. Yes, absolutely. Oh, they
don't have Airy?
No, it's 0.92.
That's fine. It's all good.
I mean,
that's not that bad.
5x before the boost. 5.07x before the boost. 70% boost puts me at 7.51x.
It's pretty solid.
Yeah, shout out to the 60% boost. All right. So we got Ari McDonald, higher, 10.5 points. Tip Hayes, higher, 11.5 points. Gabby Williams, higher, 21.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Add that on Underdog, and I told you 5.07x. But if you got a 60% boost like me, 7.51x. Make sure you get down over there at UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code NBA SGPN. Anything else for the people before we get up out of here, Scott?
No, fun show. Once again, covered the games for Saturday and Sunday. So looking forward to the weekend.
Looking forward to the weekend. Let's see what happens in the W. Next week is camp week. So get ready for early games. We'll be breaking those down. Definitely the night before for camp week. So it's not going to be early morning shows next week. Definitely the night before for camp week to go ahead and give you time to get the lines in. So make sure you remember that WNBA starts early next week, almost every single day. So you need to be locking in the lines the night before or just do it when you get up and go to work. You can do that too. But daytime basketball, which is always a good thing. All right. With that, he's at Right Show Radio. I'm at Really Real __. Make sure you give us a follow on X. Scott, they're asking if you're doing a tennis podcast.
Yes, I will. It'll come out some point tonight.
There we go. With that, I don't know how I could say it. Just constantly be an underdog. If you're constantly using underdog, they're gonna drop you a 60% boost. Just keep on using it because I love 60%. Scott, 60?
It was 100 during the NBA Finals.
Oh man, this is great. With that, nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending podcast is gonna like this. We are out of here.